Called in. Off and racing. The first Cork Waterford point of 2026 is this 5-year-old mare's Maiden, kindly sponsored by John Gray Auto Services. They make their way on to the first of what will be 12 fences, and up there prominent is Phantom of Delight in the yellow with the brown sash. Also prominent in the orange cap there is Sailor's Wife, and just in behind on the inside is Starlight Legacy as they come along now to the second fence. So Sailor's Wife and Luke Murphy from on the outside, Brandon Levy aboard Phantom of Delight. So they're about to head up past the winning post, and after they go through the winning post they'll have 2 complete circuits and 10 more fences to take. So Phantom of Delight for the Tector team goes on now to lead by 2.5 lengths from Starlight Legacy, who's over in second. Down the inside there in third spot sits Sailor's Wife, and they're being followed up by the likes of Derby Hill, who has a midfield posse alongside Cloudy Rosie. Further back in the field then, as they get over this fence towards the back of the group, is For Evie. Also held up is Casey Rose, as is Kayla's Jet. So we started with 9, and the 9 have all taken the first line of 4 fences, and now they stream out towards the back straight section. 1 fence on this side of the track, which comes up in the next 200 or 300 yards. And the pace has been relaxed because we see Sailor's Wife is joining Phantom of Delight, but they're stacking up in behind. Third place now moving through is Small Talk in the red and black check colours for the Kennys. This one ridden by Russ Sugru. Got in a bit deep there and survived a sloppy jump. So the field have travelled through about 5 furlongs. They're going through the gapway now, which will bring them soon to the halfway juncture in the back straight. And disputing the running, we've got Phantom of Delight and Sailor's Wife. Small Talk is tracked through then in 4th place by Starlight Legacy. And then further back towards midfield, the likes of Derby Hill and Cloudy Rosie. Casey Rose is towards the back, as is Kayla's Jet and For Evie. So they're disappearing behind the grove of trees. When they come back into vision, they'll have exited the back straight and they'll be on the home bend for the first time. So they're heading to the end of the first mile, and it was Sailor's Wife and Phantom of Delight. They were 1 and 2 when they disappeared, and they remain in those positions as they come back into view. The red jacket up there in 3rd position is Small Talk, tracked on its outside by Starlight Legacy. So the field wind their way off the home bend. They've completed the circuit of the track, and in this 5-year-old mare's Maiden, it's been a steady gallop shared by Phantom of Delight and Sailor's Wife from Starlight Legacy and Small Talk. That's our leading quartet, and in turn, tight to the inside there in the green and white halved jacket is Cloudy Rosie for Ray Barron. Onwards they come now to the first of the fences in the home straight. And at this one, the slicker jump down the inside by Sailor's Wife gives it a small advantage. So Sailor's Wife out deep in the track in the yellow colours, Brian Dunleavy aboard Phantom of Delight. So Sailor's Wife, Phantom of Delight, followed by Starlight Legacy, who's sharing 3rd spot then with Small Talk. In behind these, in a share of 5th spot, is Derby Hill and Cloudy Rosie. And then the 3 at the back of the field include Kayla's Jet, with For Evie for the Sheehan family, and also with that one is Casey Rose. So the 9 runners who started out make their way to the fence 4 from home, and there's only about 6-7 lengths covering this very well packed field. Phantom of Delight has jumped back to lead again there. So Phantom of Delight, Brian Dunleavy heads out into the country for the final time to the 3rd last fence, 1.5 lengths in front. 2nd place is Sailor's Wife. Up into 3rd is the Padraig Butler trained runner Derby Hill. After this one in 4th place, still travelling nicely in the hands of Ray Barron, is Cloudy Rosie. And this one in turn is followed in 5th place by Small Talk, who's lost a few places. Another one who's lost a few places is Starlight Legacy, who's back to 6th, but still firmly in touch. And then the 3 at the back, Kayla's Jet, with For Evie, and still at the back of the field there is the debutant Casey Rose. So they're on this long run now of about 1/2 mile before they'll be coming to the 2nd last fence in the mare's Maiden. And Phantom of Delight continues to vie for the lead with Sailor's Wife. They're 1 and 2. Derby Hill stalks them, not too far away in third spot. Fourth, yet to be unleashed for its effort, is Cloudy Rosie and then Starlight Legacy. So the field disappear. When they come back into view, we'll be looking at the last half mile or so. So it's Phantom of the Light, Sailor's Wife, Derby Hill, Cloudy Rosie. There were 1, 2, 3, 4. As they come back into view, then in fifth place on the inside there is Small Talk. And this group of 5 have broken away then from Kayla's Jet, and the ones who struggle into Starlight Legacy, who's dropped at the tail of the field alongside For Evie, and just ahead of that one is Casey Rose. So they're heading to the business end. They've got 2 more to jump and about 2.5 to 3 furlongs to cover in this 5-year-old mare's maiden. And it is still Brian Dunleavy and Phantom of the Light who's out there in front and still going well enough. Into second spot now, coming up to challenge there is Derby Hill. Back to third with every chance is Cloudy Rosie. Dropping away in fourth place is Sailor's Wife, and then Small Talk. And as they come over the second last, and the always prominent Phantom of the Light keeps up the revs in front. Phantom of the Light, Small Talk rallying, as is Cloudy Rosie, but Phantom of the Light for the Tector team from County Wexford gets over at last, the last fence in good fashion, and is coming away. She keeps on galloping. It's a win for Brian Dunleavy and Phantom of the Light. Won by 3 or 4 in the end. Second rallying was Small Talk, and then Promise from Cloudy Rosie, who was third, and they were clear in turn from clear in turn from Derby Hill, who was the only other finisher. The likes of Kayla's Jet was pulled up before the second last, as was Starlight Legacy and also For Evie.
And the result of the first race: first number 4, second number 13, third number 6, and number 8 was fourth. 4, 13, 6, and 8. And your distances were 3 lengths, 1 length, and 14 lengths. 3 lengths, 1 length, and 14 lengths.